Disclaimer. This video is made for entertainment purpose only, it doesn't mean to hurt anyone, and don't take it seriously.
Put on your internet.
Yeah. I had a show scheduled today, but tomorrow, and I got canceled because it snows in fucking March in Flagstaff.
This was the return to the Orpheum?
Yeah. Stoner Rob.
First relationship with the Orpheum.
Yeah, it's funny because it was like deja vu from last year with the exact same situation. They contacted me yesterday and said, with the weather looking like the way it's going to look, what do you think we should do? And last year I was like, yeah, I don't want them traveling up here. It's looks bad. And then it got all sunny and warm that fucking day. I was like, God damn it. So I told them, I said, I really don't want to cancel it because I think it's going to do the exact same thing. It's going to be sunny and warm. And they were like, yeah. But then we've only sold like 12 tickets pre-sale. So I was like,
Yeah.
at the most, if it is snowy, the most people will probably walk up will be like 50.
Yeah.
That sucks. And that's not going to be, it's not worth dying over. This dude's driving a Mini Coupe and he doesn't want to drive that in the snow. The snow will probably be higher than his Mini Cooper.
We would have a show for you, but the comedian is dead.
He's trapped under a semi somewhere.
He drove off a cliff and nobody has seen him since.
I don't know what these fuckers know how to drive in snow. And last thing I want to do is drive up here and then, because I have a feeling that he was going to drive up here and he was going to drive back. So driving back in the middle of the night to Vegas from Flagstaff after it snows, probably not a good idea.
I had a buddy who would go up, I think, every like Christmas season because they had either they were going to in-laws or his parents or whatnot. And I think it was Snowflake, I want to say. And he said they would, obviously there should be mountainous driving because they're driving from Phoenix. He said one time, not one time, I think multiple times, but he had mentioned one time specifically when it was snowing really bad, he seen someone race around them and he witnessed them just drive right off the cliff in the snow. And I'm like, that's just like, have to be dead. I mean, what can you do? They can't stop. They're driving in the same crazy conditions. And that's just like insane.
The funniest part is just watching people who haul ass through the snow. And they fly around you, and then you just see them like waving back and forth. And their car's like,
what do you expect?
Yeah, you're just watching them smash into a ditch. It's like, have fun with that one, dipshit.
Yeah,
so
that's rough.
I could tell these guys. I mean, again, if I was paying him top dollar, I'd be like, dude, we have like 200 pre-sales. You better get up here. But there was like not enough. Not enough to justify any of this.
Now could be able to zoom your comedy set on our big screen.
Yeah, I don't need you to be telling other people he made me drive up there and fucking almost died.
No, I live in Flagstaff. I'm trapped.
Because the funny thing is they always ask me, the Orpheum's management always asks me, like, will they drive up here? Comedians will do anything. It's probably similar to wrestling. It's just they'll go anywhere in any way. Just to get on stage somehow and be there. Problem is, I have a conscience, and I'm like, I don't want fuckers to get in an accident because I hit a deer coming back from a comedy show going 80 miles an hour.
That's true.
Totaled my fucking car, and I got paid $25 that night. So it didn't pay for a new truck. So it just
did give you some material though, didn't it?
For a while, then it got kind of
can't use that deer. Those
I got lame after a while when I was talking about the gang
of deer taking me to their hideout. And
they were jacking me. They were jacking me because they killed that dude on purpose. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was a good one.
But yeah, they
costly joke. Cost a lot of money for that joke.
Cost $30,000.
Oh, jeez. For $25 in exchange, I got a joke worth $30,000.
I got a $30,000 joke one day. I'm gonna make a lot of money.
Do they stop laughing?
They have stopped laughing.
Yeah.
I did a show last Friday in front of a bunch of college kids, and I never felt so old and just, I don't know. I just felt so out of place. And the first thing someone says to me when I get on the stage is I hear, "Holy crap, you're huge." And I look over and it's this kid just sitting there looking at me. He's like, "Could you get any bigger?" And I'm like, I don't know if that's a compliment or not. So I'm thinking, what the fuck are you talking about?
Large comedian. If you don't laugh at my jokes, I will kill you. I will rip you in half, especially if you're in the first row.
I'm the Stay Puft Marshmallow guy from Ghostbusters coming in.
Grab fans and shake them when they don't laugh.
So as soon as I said that, like the room was like seriously uncomfortable. Everybody was just staring at me like I was gonna go.
Should we laugh even if we don't find it funny? It's gonna kill us.
Who brought the hitman to the comedy show?
He was in that one movie we've seen on Amazon Prime.
States.
Hey, it's the hitman from States. You're one of the 5 people that watch that.
The one that with the camera from behind, your head looked like it had a smile on it from your wrinkle, your freaking skin.
You talked somebody out of killing themselves on the cliff of the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, then you became an assassin somewhere else. Makes a lot of sense. Good storyline.
Fun stuff.
Hey kid, don't kill yourself. By the way, I'm on my way to go kill somebody. So you need a ride?
He's a friendly assassin. He doesn't want people to kill themselves, but he'd gladly kill them.
So did you watch the Trump thing last night?
I didn't. I seen a couple clips of it.
Last night? No, 2 nights ago.
I mean, it was 2 nights ago. Yeah, it's in a couple clips.
Did you watch it?
I didn't watch it, no. I was watching, I think Daredevil came back. I don't know if you've seen it on Netflix, but it returned on Disney Plus. Born Again.
So here's the one thing that they gave the 13-year-old kid who's battling cancer, which they're just talking about nonstop. Did you hear about this kid?
No.
Oh. So there's a kid who had cancer. He's 13 years old. He wants to be a police officer. Trump brings him out, talks about it, how he wants to be a police officer. He's battled cancer. And they make him like an honorary FBI agent or something. And so it was kind of cool, but the Democrats didn't stand up to applaud. Everybody was like, "Oh, how heartless of you guys not to even fucking applaud a 13-year-old who's battling cancer." It's been on the news for the last 2 days. They just talk about it.
I think I seen that kid talking. I think my brother said
so. The part that the part that's the part of
surgeries, right?
Yeah. So the part that gets me is he's 13 years old. So 13-year-olds usually don't. I'll just let you listen to this because when I heard him talk, I was like, huh? Because it just, I don't know, didn't sound right.
He had 13 different personalities or something like that. The video my brother sent. That's what he was saying.
Different personalities?
Just because he's had so many. Let me see if this is the same kid I'm thinking of.
Well, here he is.
I think that's him. Yeah,
I don't remember his name, but.
Yeah.
An agent of the United States.
That part I think is the funniest. His eyes. He's just like, what the fuck?
You know, Secret Service.
So I assumed he was like a little kid, like 13 years old. 13-year-old to me is like a kid. But listen to this kid talk.
I was not expecting that.
Holy crap. What are you, 22? See how deep his voice is. Listen to his voice.
It went through a lot.
Nobody even told us, even though that they knew.
He sounds kind of angry about it. No one even told us, even though they knew. Piece of shit.
They didn't even want to tell us.
I'm his dad, but I realized I became a chauffeur. So, yeah, I found.
Well, that's kind of cool. You're saying the demon rats didn't even cheer at all? They just stood there. We were not.
They didn't even stand. So the entire review of this 3-hour talk that Trump did, 3 fucking hours, and they had to stand up and sit down. Every time he said something, he's like, "And now everybody is gonna get cashews delivered to their house on a monthly basis." Everybody stand up and clap, and then they sit back down. And today I'm going to decline. Everybody stand up and sit down. Well, one side of the house was not standing up and sitting down. It was Democrats.
Yeah.
And then they just kept booing and holding up little signs that said,
Yeah, there was a heckler that got kicked out too, wasn't there? Like some
Mhm.
green from Texas or yeah, and then they're like he's trying to say something and the other side's just singing like USA. It just felt like we were in an auditorium of children. You got a bunch of ones that are not going to say anything. It's just like it's like a bunch of babies.
The part I don't understand about it is why would you act immature during something like this, right? We're supposed to be a nation that stands together, but instead it looked like a nation that was split. And it was split because of one guy and they don't like him. Again, you can't sit there and say the stuff he's doing is wrong, other than the Elon Musk thing that everybody's complaining about. But Elon Musk hasn't even done anything. All he's done is just
uncovering where the money is being spent, right? They don't even like him doing that.
He's analyzing shit. Who cares? He can't analyze stuff.
That's because they're money laundering.
He hasn't fired anybody. He hasn't fired anybody. He hasn't told anybody to take a hike. So I don't understand why they're so upset. He hasn't he walked in and changed the government. Just because he's making suggestions doesn't mean that he's doing.
Yeah, you're right. He actually didn't fire anybody. Because I don't think he has the power to do that, right? But I think they're uncovering where the money is being wasted, and then they're eliminating those programs or whatnot. I mean, if you're looking into anything, just look into where all that money from USAID is gone, and what they're finding out. It's like,
and the thing is I don't know, just like everybody else, I don't know what to be true. I don't know what to be true or false. I don't know what to be definite information or just some of the information. But you got all this social media shit now. People on there posting stuff, and they're just because they post it, they have a cool little stage set up the way they're doing it. They're like, that is not true. And you're supposed to go, oh, okay, I believe you because you have 4,000 followers. It's like there's so much going on right now. It's ugly, right? It's just ugly. And it just
it's like the Ukrainian thing, like the spending where they're sending money there too. Like
that was funny.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that whole thing was hilarious. All the memes and all the when they put Trump at a card table with him. You don't have the cards.
You don't have the cards.
We're not,
just the way he said it.
We're not playing cards.
And I haven't decided if I like Vanchin or not because he's kind of condescending when he's talking. He doesn't say.
It was only a time when I heard him talk to Zelensky.
Yeah, he doesn't talk. He doesn't talk like he's trying to talk to you normally. He's just like he's lecturing you, Mr. President.
Don't tell us what we're gonna feel.
Don't you think you should have?
Don't tell us how we're gonna feel.
Yeah, you guys are gonna feel it. Oh, don't you tell us we're gonna feel shit. I'll tell you when I feel shit. I'll feel something.
Yeah, that's yeah, there's one side. I mean, of course they would want. I think I've heard something like the ultimate goal is like they'd want to be a part of NATO. So then basically any country like us and all the other countries in NATO would have to be a part of the war, basically, if one country's in NATO that's in war. So it's obviously, I think we just want to get this done and, get peace and then stop sending our money over there because we don't even know where the hell the money's going or what you hear that. No, but again, just like you're saying, you hear the weapons might have been sold and money. We don't know exactly what's happening here, depending on the sources that you're believing or not. But, it kind of feels like most of the time when there is war going on, there's a lot of shady stuff and there's a lot of money involved. So, we prefer obviously to have peace so we don't have this shit going on. But when you hear even the rumors, what are they doing? Is there's money in war no matter what. We know that. So yeah, it's And then you hear, I think it was something earlier today, even I think wasn't there like a missile strike today?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either, but yeah, there might be. Yeah, maybe Russian missiles or something. But
Russian missiles.
Yeah, I think there was something hitting what's his name's hometown, Zelensky's hometown, maybe.
Oh, there was another attack.
Yeah, if you look it up, I don't know if that was true though. I didn't research for sure. That was
you watched the internet.
I mean, somebody sent it to me.
Russian strikes, kills 4 Ukraine. U.S. intel blocked blame for Russian missile strike on Americans.
Four of us, four of our countrymen died in that.
Based on Newsweek, 6 hours ago. Political commentators are blaming the U.S. decision to stop sharing intelligence with Ukraine for a Russian missile strike that hit a hotel where Americans were staying.
Ooh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You're messing with World War III. So, Ukraine's president Zelensky wrote on social media platform, this is the stupidest shit either, social media platform, that a Russian missile struck a hotel in central Ukraine on Wednesday night, and that it claimed the lives of 4 people and injured more than 30. He wrote, that's just before the strike. Volunteers from humanitarian organization from the U.S., UK, and Ukraine checked into the hotel. Zelensky added that many civilian facilities adjacent to the hotel were damaged. So I guess there's no peace treaty. But there was a peace treaty.
No, remember they kicked him out because he was being disrespectful.
I know, but I thought they were going to have a peace treaty, and that was all done deal.
I don't know. I don't think he's had a chance to talk to Putin yet, have you?
Russia's like, oops. I'm sorry, we forgot.
I set on the button. No shit.
Yeah, oops. I meant to turn them off, but they went off somehow.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, this shit just needs to end. This is just ridiculous. Listen, this would have never happened under my watch. This would have never happened. I agree with him. It wouldn't have happened, but like he does say that.
Joe.
Sleepy Joe, Creepy Joe.
Where you at, Sleepy Joe?
Stolen election Joe.
Joe, where you at?
Hurt your algorithm, but we're not even on the algorithm anyways.
I'm at the beach. Are you Twittering? No, I'm not Twittering.
You're mentioning a lot of stuff that is going to get you out of the algorithm. You see, you don't have the cards. You and Coach JC, you don't have the cards.
You got to stay on TikTok if you want to be famous. Fucking A, man. So
to Cobra Kai. Were we going to discuss that at all?
Have we not talked since then?
No, we haven't talked in a while. We haven't one episode in the can.
All right, then. I talked about it on stage.
Did you? Oh.
I did. I am.
Were you disappointed in the end of Cobra Kai?
MC. This got so dramatic for me that I almost cried. I knew it was going to happen. But the part I think that disappointed me was Kreese and Silver's fight at the boat.
Yeah.
Couldn't have been any more bloopered and fucked up, because he's telling that dude with the long hair, he's like, go pay a visit to Johnny's wife and kid. The guy's like, all right. And then he goes upstairs, he gets beat up by somebody and gets thrown back down. So you think they're at a dock. He comes out and they're in the middle of the ocean. So then I'm thinking, where the hell is that guy going to go? Was he going to swim? He's like took off like he was getting ready to go. There's no boat or anything for him to get on. And what was he going to do?
Maybe there's a little side boat on the side.
Stand on the dock. Just stand on the dock, just his arms crossed.
Just waiting.
Contemplating. Just contemplating going to visit on Johnny's wife and kid and just saying, wait till I get there. And it's like, it just seemed like an odd, and then they fight.
Too expensive to blow up the dock.
And then they fight, and then the fight scenes look like an 80s version of a stuntman movie, because Kreese was old and cripply, and then he's doing his stuff, and then they take a wide view, and this dude looks like he's got a wig on, and he's like, oh, you see it? You know what I'm talking about, right?
I didn't analyze it as well as you did.
I was just like, why all of a sudden we fighting? And then Kreese all of a sudden becomes a good guy? Come on. And we had a Johnny moment where Johnny starts to cry.
He put them back into Cobra Kai, so he turned babyface at that point.
Yeah, and he turned in, and then he started to cry.
John Cena turned heel, and John Kreese turned babyface.
You were my only role model. Oh, what, they had to have a series. They tried to get Johnny some more movie roles. Come on, Johnny, you could do this. Act like you're gonna cry. Like act emotional. We'll get you some more movie roles from this. So,
well, it was
I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna.
It was the whole thing was a redemption of basically Kreese, strangling him at the end of Karate. Basically that's the beginning of Karate Kid 2. But yeah,
my favorite part though is when they come back to say they're going to discuss whether or not they should get back into that crazy looking Russian looking dude is like, we're going to handle this the old fashioned way. And the next scene just kicks the dude in the face. You remember that part?
Oh, for the,
he's like, you're not going to,
the announcer job.
Yeah, you're not going to do it. And nothing. He goes, kicks him in the face and knocks him out. Like, fighting's legal in Cobra Kai. You can just fight everybody. No one goes to jail. No cops. Someone could die.
No students are expelled at all at the end of the one season where he breaks his back, and
someone could die, and everything's cool. We just we'll not have the Kumite for a while. We'll just come back later.
Apparently, there's a spinoff in the works.
I hope
with
not.
Miguel and what's his name? Johnny's son. What's his name?
Isn't that Miguel? Miguel?
Well, no, yeah, that's his son too, but his stepson.
Oh, Robbie.
Robbie, yeah, it's supposed to be with Miguel and Robbie. Karate Kids.
Miguel comes back. It's supposed to be like
karate young adults since they're in their 20s.
Karate episodes where it looks like the next day, but they have beards now out of nowhere, and they're just full-grown men.
Well, apparently Robbie is engaged to Samantha in real life. She's like, what would we say we were in that one episode? She was like 28
She's
or
like 26.
No, I think he's 26 and she's like 28. Yeah, when you said she was like in her late 20s, I was like, oh shit. Yeah.
I don't know. I liked it. I didn't think it was a bad show. I thought it was I thought it got a little cheesy towards the end. They had to redeem Mr. Miyagi. Then they had the Mr. Miyagi AI version of Mr. Miyagi, and that was kind of creepy. And then
they brought him back. Yes.
Yeah, there's like Danielson. And it's like, what is this? This is getting goofy as hell. But of course,
there's a new Karate Kid Legends movie too that has Ralph Macchio coming back. You see that?
They're just milking this shit as much as they can. Might as well milk it until it's dead.
We will not show his wife in the background. We don't want to pay anybody from the Cobra Kai series. He will just look like he's living alone 30 years later.
Yeah, then his wife got all crazy. Remember, she was at one of the contests. Her face is painted, and she's like, "Come on, Samantha!" Like yelling, "Kill him!" Like, why all of a sudden did she change? She changed from being a sweet woman to being like, "Kill him!"
Come on, kill him!
Yeah, get a knife. So it all just seemed kind of like it was all over the place. It seemed like we were like in 6 different stories, and then it all wrapped back up to have Cobra Kai be under Johnny and Miguel and Samantha, the students. They all came back, and then they fought in the end. I thought it was funny too when they took him back to his old studio. They open it up. It's locked. They open it up, and somehow people got in and graffitied it, but locked up on the way out.
That was nice of them.
Yeah, they're like, thanks. Make sure you lock up after you're done with this face and everything in here. No problem.
Hey, didn't Devin and Kenny end up in the dojo at the end? Those were their true real roles. They become master students.
So it all ended. I feel like they just needed to end it. I feel like it was just stretching on and on and on and on and on and on. I liked Cobra Kai. I thought it was a cool series. I'm glad Johnny finally got the win. Johnny finally listened to Daniel and don't attack. Just wait for him to attack you and then counter Mr. Miyagi sensei. So it was all just kind of lame.
Chosen was there too, wasn't he?
Chosen didn't really have a big role in this either. Neither did that one Asian girl. She was kind of out of it. So it just seemed like it was.
He came there at the end though, didn't he? Came to her dojo to join her.
Yeah, Chosen. That's what I mean. It just seemed like we were really focused on Samantha, Robbie, Miguel, and Sam. Those were like the main focus.
You mean Tori.
Tori, sorry.
Yeah.
And then we were really focused on Johnny and Ralph Macchio's character, Daniel.
Yeah.
We were focused on those 2 guys. And then once
Kreese.
And then Kreese, but Kreese like jumped the shark. He just all of a sudden became like a super nice guy all of a
Yeah,
sudden.
he was in the second. What was it? Because this was like the third part of it. In the second part, he was going to kill Johnny.
Yeah.
Third part, he's his best friend role model again.
Second one, he's going around. He's like,
he's brought the knife to kill him.
Yeah, he's doing everything, backstabbing people and shit. And the third one, he's going around with his hands all cripply, like, yeah. Sorry, guys. I'm your friend.
You were gonna lose until I opened you back up into Cobra Kai.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Johnny. I'm sorry, Tori. I'm sorry, everybody. What? And then he goes and fights Silva, and then Silver. And then he goes and he goes and just fights him on a fucking boat and just blows him up.
Who was talking about? I don't know if that was. I don't know who was talking about. It may not have been us talking about. Like to put Silver had his life. He was playing piano and Kreese found him. Nothing going on at all. This was furthest thing from his mind. And in the span of a couple of years or whatever this took place, he ends
ruined
up dead.
Everything.
Yeah, he ends up dead.
Finds out he has cancer, blows up his boat, just kills him. Just
ridiculous. All he wanted was a win. He tried to buy his own team.
This dude was doing just fine.
Then he got blown up.
Yeah, he was doing just fine. All I want is one win before I die from cancer.
Probably would have had cancer anyways, but instead he gets blown up before he dies.
He's like, no, you're not going to die. You're not going to die from cancer. You're going to die from us blowing you up in a boat.
Cigar into your gas tank, and
with my weird, cripply looking knuckles and hands. Man, he just looked. Kreese looked like he aged about 20 years between the first one and the 7th season. He just looked old.
I think he's in that. I think he's in that new that wrestling movie that stars the one girl from Arrow, Queen of the Ring. Yeah, I could swore I seen Kreese in there.
Maybe.
So yeah, So he got him some movie roles out of it.
Better late than never. He's only 80-something years old.
Is he in his 80s?
Yeah, he's like 84 years old.
Oh shit!
I know. He's crippled, Kreese. Just out there, just looking crippled. So, anyways, we haven't talked since that. So, what did you think of the series?
I liked it. I just like you said, there's a lot of cheese in it, but they seem to kind of get a little more serious, I think, towards it because they're trying to redeem, have his win redeemed and stuff, and obviously the kid dying and stuff. But yeah, I mean, it was what it was. I mean, some of the other previous seasons were real cheese, so it was better than I think the last couple seasons they had, and it ends on a high note. They had I mean, what else are you going to expect? I mean, they got to give the feel good end to the story. So yeah, I liked it. It was okay.
So I'm looking up here. It says Cobra Kai season 7, Next Generation trailer breakdown and spin-off theories. So they're actually gonna have a spin-off.
Season 7?
That's what it says.
Oh shit! Wow.
It says right here, Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai. Season 7 already a spin-off. What'd you say?
Well, it's the Karate Kid Legends movie. Cobra Kai Legends.
It just makes no sense.
20-year-old legends. Robbie and Miguel. Tori and Samantha, for some reason, going to Okinawa at the end, where Miguel will join.
Oh, that's right. And Miguel's going to go there too, and they're all going to hang out. Well,
it's going to be an expensive series, folks. It's going to take place in Okinawa.
Yeah, it is. They're going to have children. They're going to be karate fighters too. And everybody's just
karate babies.
They're all going to make little bonsai trees.
Didn't the one kid who got into his dream school, then he ended up going with Hawk at the lesser school for some reason too, right? Yeah,
like friends. He's like, I'm not going to go to a really nice school and be.
I want to go to that school when I could go with my buddy Hawk.
Yeah, Hawk, you're my friend, Mr. Cleft Palate. I'm going to hang out with you and go play at video games
with our super hot girlfriends that nobody in the world would believe the two of us would have gotten.
These girls love me.
even though I cheated on one of them.
Yeah, I cheated on her from getting caught or whatever the fuck it was. That guy cheating on his girl, that was unrealistic too. Ain't no way he's cheating on her.
Absolutely not.
So did you want to talk about, have you been watching that wrestling? The wrestling, like the Tough Enough reboot?
I seen LFG Legends and Future Greats. I think I'd seen the first one. I think they locked out any future episodes, which for some reason I don't know why A&E does that. Or I think it's A&E.
So I only saw the first one too.
Yeah, they locked out.
Let's discuss the first one while we have 10 minutes left. What do you think? You
don't want to talk about John Cena turning heel for the first time in 21 years?
No. That's another episode. We don't have 10 minutes.
Okay.
You'll go off for 10 minutes on that. It'll be like a 25-minute episode.
We need the Rock for that.
Rocky will jump in somewhere out of nowhere and he'll be playing Zelda and he'll be like, I got a few things to say.
I knew it. I knew it all along.
He called me and asked me if it was a good idea, and I said yes.
I told the WWE you need to do it before he's gone.
Yeah, before his hair's all missing.
The pictures of him bald, they're pretty funny. I don't know if you've seen some of the memes.
Fucking evil, yeah. He looks.
Yeah, evil. I know he does. That's what I sent to one buddy I work with who's a huge Cena fan. I said he actually looks menacing. Mm-hmm. You shave his head with that look he gave.
It looks like a killer. So this show has Undertaker, Bubba Ray. It has Booker T, and
Mickey James.
Which I thought Mickey James was a porn star. Porn star?
No.
So, anyways,
it's all in your mind.
So, I watched the first one, and I think the problem with reality TV right now is that it really has been portrayed as try to make a big scene to get a lot of attention, because I think these wrestlers in there, even though they're wrestlers, it just seemed like they were trying, like the one guy who was disrespectful and Bubba Ray was like yelling at him, and Bubba Ray's kind of over the top too. Like he's just, he acts like like when he came in to meet everybody, and
he won't shake anybody's hand.
I'll shake your hand when you deserve the right to shake their hand. Whatever he says, like what the fuck
when
does that mean?
It.
Yeah, you piece of shit. And it's just like you can't just be nice guy. So then this kid.
That's all for drama, though. It's just
that's what I mean. So do you think it's too over the top dramatic?
I want to see some of the other episodes because it looks like he's in a constant battle with that kid that you're talking about. So there's definitely blatant instances where they're creating it, and then the other ones are. I mean, they said some of those kids, they told you they're varying degrees of experience, but like they look like they had decent matches in front of them. So like how new can some of them be if they're putting some of them and I'd have to go back. One of them is Holyfield's son. Another one is the boyfriend, one of the girls who's on Monday Night Raw.
Well, obviously they've been doing wrestling because they had them the first episode, they had to cut promos.
Yeah.
And like out of nowhere, you're just gonna cut a promo. And these guys were pretty, they seemed pretty comfortable with cutting a promo, so obviously they've been wrestling. And then the first match seemed like it was pretty good, and it wasn't like watching Tough Enough. See, I think Tough Enough was better because it was taking people who wanted to be wrestlers and just bringing them in and teaching them the wrestling. This one seems like they have wrestlers, independent wrestlers who are a part of this, and then they're basically being a competition, which I think
it's like a lot of athletes, I think, are in the program now.
Yeah, and so Shawn Michaels, just another one. He just doesn't fit the role of being the organizer of this because he just sounds like, hey, you do it because you're a competition. It's like, who gives a shit? This is just, and then everybody has to make a face like they're surprised. Better start scouting kids.
They didn't tell us about this before they brought all 25 of us in?
Yeah, Mickey James, tell us something now. Tell us what you think we should do. What you need to do is kick your foot up real high and show your butt. Okay. So I didn't see them recruit anybody else. So to me, I think this is like a desperate attempt to bring back Tough Enough.
Yeah, it is, but it's maybe a little more polished version of Tough Enough. Like Tough Enough, they did have the same guys, but obviously they didn't have someone the level of like fame and notoriety as the Undertaker on the. So he's obviously carrying it, but you got two popular, legends.
Yeah, and when they built up this next guy coming is a legend. And he's like riding his motorcycle. They're like building this whole scene, puts his foot down, gets out of his bike, walks in. It's like, yeah, I don't know. I was actually going to pay to watch it. But then I was like, I don't know if I want to watch this.
I want them to just unlock the other episodes. I don't care if it's a week later or whatnot. But yeah, it kind of sucked. They gave you a taste of one and then.
Well, because it's on, you can get it on. It's part of Hulu, right?
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was A&E. Yeah, because you can't get it on YouTube TV, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
So I get it on Hulu.
Yeah.
I get it a part of that Hulu thing. Has Hulu has ABC and everything on there.
Okay, yeah, that's why.
But they don't have any of the episodes.
Hulu versus YouTube TV versus Netflix versus Roku versus
Pluto
Disney
TV
Plus
versus anything else you can learn.
Now I'm on the Tubi.
Now I'm on the Netflix TV version of Netflix and Max together, and then I have Disney and Hulu together with ESPN. But ESPN has commercials, and so does Hulu. But Disney doesn't.
Disney Plus now has Daredevil: Born Again.
Have you watched it?
I have. No. It's actually not too bad from the first two, as far as keeping the feel of the Netflix Daredevil series. So. Yeah, I recommend watching it so far.
Okay, don't like Daredevil.
You never got into the.
I mean, a blind lawyer. Come on.
Who cares? It's a comic book though. You never grew up seeing Daredevil.
No.
Never believable that a blind man could be a hero.
Nope. And I didn't grow up watching comic books either. So
watching comic books.
Yeah, I didn't grow up reading them or
nothing. I was too busy getting beat up by my brother.
Yeah, we're too busy running the streets and throwing rocks at each other and shit.
Blowing up G.I. Joes.
Chasing other kids down with sticks. Get out of our neighborhood.
That's why I'm so tough, because I didn't read comic books. I actually did the comic books and beat up other kids.
Yeah. My comic book is the Rebel Gang. That's what we were. We rode our bikes around.
We had the real life Squid Games. We fought each other to the death.
We did. We fought with trash can lids and big metal bars.
And large tree branches.
No, dude. Okay, we got a couple minutes.
Yeah.
We used to go around the neighborhood and take people trash cans lids off their trash cans.
Yeah.
And make them into shields. And then my dad, for some reason, had these metal flat stakes that look like swords.
Jeez.
And I remember we were going to battle our neighbors who had fiberglass shields that their dads made, and they put like artwork on it and shit. And the first day they come running out, they had these sticks with tinfoil wrapped on them. We come out with these big ass heavy metal things, and we're like, yeah, like right. It goes right through that fiberglass thing, like just busts it. Kid's like, holy shit. And we're like,
Ugh. We thought we were play fighting. Coach JC and brother JC just beating the hell out of them.
These things are so heavy.
This shit's real, motherfuckers.
Yeah, man. They were like heavy. And they had like, I don't know what they were for, but must have been for construction. But they were probably about 3 feet long. And we like duct tape on the end for the handle.
It's not moving. I think he's dead. He's bleeding.
Yeah, dude. We were crushing the shit out of that crap. All right. Well,
killed your neighbors.
No, they're alive.
Death in the desert.
All right. Well, me podcast, you listen. Thanks for listening. Sorry, been on a hiatus. Coach Anderson's been coaching. And then I've been gone. So.
Hey, you were out of town, weren't you?
Yep. So
just in time, back just in time for a blizzard.
Just in time. So catch us on next episodes of Me Podcast. You listen,
subscribe, all that good stuff. Share it.
Throw us some ideas of anything you want to talk about.
Yes.
All right. Thanks. We'll talk to you later, MC. Peace.